then how about physical output? Okay, in physical output, I just show you one example which is called servo motor. Okay, you can also run a DC motor, a normal DC motor as well. Okay, but this one I just want to show you how to run the servo motor. Okay, because the servo motor is a special motor, because instead of in order for you to see these examples, then you can just type the servo motor in your Tinkercad and search for the one that connected with Arduino board, which is this one. Okay, if I run the simulation, okay, you can see the motor is turning. Okay, it's turning 180 degrees, and then it's going 138 degrees back. Okay, going into 180 degrees and going back to negative 180 degrees, which is go back to zero position. So you can see that is the behavior of the example. Now let's take a look what happened inside the codes there. Okay, as you can see in the code there, in order for you to operate the servo motor, you need to use this library, and because once you include this library, then you can use this function and this variables type, and this is the variables name, this is the variable type, and then you can directly apply, and then you can see that servo attached with pin number 9 because this is pin number 9. Okay, that's why they put 9 there. And then once you do this, at the looping part here, you can see that is where you can change the position of your servo. In general servo motor, you can turn you can turn and change the position according to the unit, which is in degree. Okay, the degree you turn. For example, that is 0, and then 20%, I'm sorry, not 20%, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, and then you have 45 degrees, and then this one should be, when turned into that, is 180 degrees. So in this example, they just apply the for loop just to turn it 180, and then it's going back into this back into that position back. Okay, the structure is look like the LED brightness that I showed in the previous slide. When you change the intensity of the light using the analog output, you are using the same concept. You increase the intensity into the highest and going down. So same goes to this one, going into 80 degrees. That is for the first for loop, and the second for loop is going back into 0 from the 180. Okay, just that is the example. Okay, of course that is a little bit complicated for you, but let's say we can adjust the things. Okay, instead of we have this kind of example, let's say we just copy this function. Okay, just copy this function, and then we put it here in our setup, because we want to make sure it run once, it's not do some loopings there. And then I just delete everything here. Okay, now we play around with the position there. Let's say I put it as a 0 degree. So what will happen if I run the simulation? Okay, nothing happened, 0. Okay, of course this is a little bit errors there. It also moves to certain values. Okay, let's say I put it 45. How about 45? Stop first, then put it as a 45 degree. 45. Okay, that is 45 degrees. And then how about 90 degree, which is in horizontal. Okay, that is 90 degrees. So of course the application of servo here, okay, if you put 180, it will turn 180. Okay, of course the one of the practical example of using servo is when you want to control something. or if you create some robot, in general servo motor will be used as the hands of the robot, because it can, you know, you can change the position of the hand by attach the servo motor with some robot hands. Okay, so that is one of the example of using the servo motor. And instead of servo motor, you also have a DC motor, but you don't have that example in Arduino. Okay, there's a lot of you also have a normal DC motor in this Tinkercad to be used. So if you just search for motor, there's a lot of motor as well here. Okay, you have some motors there. Okay, this is some of the examples that we don't have the example that connected with Arduino, but you can use your innovation to, you know, replace all these example with Arduino. Actually, this one, if you run the simulation, okay, I think this one have been discussed before. Okay, it's related to you know, your photoresistor, because photoresistor only detect the intensity of the light, environment light. Okay, it will change the DC there. Of course, if you remove this circuit and connect this port with your Arduino port, you can also operate this motor with your Arduino. Okay. Okay, this is the other example also in Tinkercad. The type of motor that you can use, instead of DC motor, you also have a stepper motor, and as well as vibration motor. Okay, the vibration motor is the one that have been used in your smartphone. Okay, when there's a vibrate there, that's a vibration motor. Okay, that is some motor that you can use because it exists in the Tinkercad. You can use it for your project later. Okay, now I would like to continue our lecture with the last part, which is the example of audio output. Okay, in Tinkercad, one of the example that you can see, which is under this category, which is audio output, is your buzzer. Okay, so the buzzer just gives some sounds. So in Tinkercad, okay, in Tinkercad you just type buzzer, and then there's a lot of examples there, and that example actually inside the you might explore by yourself the code, because inside this for example, I take this one. If I take this one, if you see the codes there, it's a little bit complicated, because now we are using the Arduino or C programming in Arduino to generate some notes, to make some melodies, and from that melody that signal will be transferred into this buzzer, and this buzzer will change from this electrical signal into some sound, which is a nice sound, a melody. So you can, okay, I just try, let's try to simulate this one. Okay, there's a sound there, there's sounds there. I hope you can hear the sound. Okay, again, let's try it. Okay, I hope you can hear the sound. I hope you can hear the sounds there. So that sound is generated from this Arduino code. Okay, let's say if you want to use a buzzer to do some melodies, where that melody notify the user about your product, or do some notification to your patient, because we want to do some project related to biomedicals, it's good to have some buzzers there. So I hope from this entire courses related to Arduino's lecture series, hope you can get some idea on how to develop project that related to Arduino. Okay, especially in our field, which is biomedicals engineering.